Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today you are in my backyard in Gilbert, Arizona, and it's time for irrigation again. I have made a video in the past about irrigation, and I figured today I'm just gonna go over the subject of irrigation, and you can see again how this takes place. My least favorite part is going to be wearing this. It's almost time to open the ports, and I've got to wear these boots. Like I said on my last video, these are boots that we all wear. We only have one pair, so one size fits all in this household. And I always go like this. I'm always afraid there's going to be some sort of a spider or a scorpion. We have black widows. We have other very poisonous spiders here. Um, so I just want to make sure there's nothing living in it. I'm always scared, I really am. So here we go. Let's go. So this is going to be on for about 30 minutes. We're going to start seeing more pressure when my neighbor on this side turns off his water. And then when I'm done with my 30 minutes, the neighbor on this side will turn on his water, and then I'm going to turn it off after that. Otherwise, it just builds up too much pressure when you open it. So hopefully this makes it a little bit more clear. We do irrigation 2 times a month or every other weekend. We do take a break about the middle of December until the end of January, something like that. The grass at that point doesn't really need any water, and this type of irrigation is something that we do here in the Southwest, in the Phoenix area. We live in the East Valley, and this water is untreated, and only homes that have like a larger size yard has this type of irrigation. Usually if you have over half an acre, something like that, you might have the system built into the ground. The water comes from the canal, which comes from the dams that come from the Salt River. And I'm going to link some information below on where we get the water from. So if you have any questions, maybe you can figure that out. Also, I've been asked about the price of the water, and it's actually inexpensive compared to water from like the sprinkler system, because that is clean water, treated water, right? This is not. This is not clean water. This is not treated water. So I would say the average is about $5 per delivery, which would be about $10 a month, possibly. There are some months that we have skipped, or sometimes that we have skipped if we have been on vacation. So it's not that expensive. I mean, you go get a cup of coffee and it's probably going to cost you more than all this water for one time, right? The water soaks up pretty easily, especially in the summer. Within one day, you can see that the water level really goes down to almost nothing, but it does get muddy for a couple days, or maybe a few more days than that. When it's not so hot, you might take maybe 3-4 days to soak in. But again, it doesn't really need any more water until 2 weeks later when you do this again. So as you can see, it's filling up. The pressure is better now because my neighbor has turned off his water. So usually irrigation can happen any time of the day. We have an assigned group of neighbors that call in for water every 2 weeks, and Usually we get our water on a Saturday or a Sunday. It can be any time of the day within a 24-hour period. So today I got lucky. It's 2:15 p.m. So that's not bad. But there has been times that it's been like at 3 in the morning, or I mean it varies. So those are the times that I hope my husband is home, and also that maybe one of our kids are home, but now they're gone for college. So it's on us too. So if he is, working out of town, it's on me. And I don't like to see the email that says your water time is 2 a.m. And I'm like, oh no. Um, and it has happened before where I've gone out here, especially in the winter time when, believe it or not, it gets cold in the winter time here in the Phoenix area. And it was like 2 a.m. and I opened the port and something broke and there was water like flying everywhere. And when the 30 minutes came to turn it off, I couldn't turn it off. So here I am calling a neighbor to see if he can help me. He probably thought it was a nightmare because I was calling his cell phone at, an early time in the morning. He helped me out. My husband's out of town. So that was super uncomfortable. And I figured, hopefully by replacing the valve or not the valve, but the top of the port, that replacing it once, it might be good for 10 or 20 years. So I should be okay if my husband is gone again. Because usually that's what happens. My husband goes out of town and then something happens, right? So anyways, I hope that this helps. As you can see, more water is building up, and I'm just going to show you from a distance what it looks like. Okay guys, so it's been almost 30 minutes. I'm gonna go back there to turn it off as soon as I see that my neighbor has turned on his water. So I completed the job. So what do you think? I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you'll give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't done that yet. Your time means a lot to me. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for staying until the end, and I will see you next time. Take care.